Hey everyone, welcome back to part 3 of our video series. Once again, I'm Mark from eBridge. I'm the partner manager here. Today we're going to be sitting down with Dave Malda, who's our VP of Sales. Now Dave's been with us a long time. He's worked on a number of different projects with us. So he's really one of the best people to sit down and talk about what makes a perfect integration project and different difficulties he may have overcome over the years in his role with us. So without further ado, Dave, take it away, and thanks everyone.
Okay, so my name's Dave Malda, and I've been here at eBridge for about eight and a half, maybe 9 years. And in that time, have seen plenty of projects on board through either partners or directly with the end client. And today I wanted to give you just I had written down 5 simple tips that I think are valuable when working with a partner to be able to onboard an integration project successfully. So I'll start at the top. Number 1 is really a point of contact at the company. The reasons for that would be you can get questions answered quickly, things like login credentials, perhaps it's the way maybe an order's brought down into a certain package. If there's things that happen on the inbound, we may have some questions while we're onboarding, and those need to be answered. If they're answered in a timely fashion, because we have a point of contact, I find the timelines can be shortened, and there's less frustration, I think, when dealing with a client who perhaps would say, go deal with it. That can be a challenge if they say, listen, this is the point of contact here. Any questions, please reach out. Things would just roll very quickly. That's great for our team, and that's great for the client as well and the partner. Number 2 I had was a sandbox of systems. So what does that mean? Well, that means having a working sandbox where eBridge can begin onboarding the project is pretty key. I mean, it's not always a must. However, I've found that over the years, if there's a sandbox environment that we can engage with, we can really start the project relatively quickly. So those 2 pieces are pretty key. Sandbox on the, let's say, e-commerce side, and a sandbox down in the accounting package side as well. Helps us get the project started fast. Number 3, so I had a deep knowledge of what's being integrated. So what does that mean? I have found that when we use our blueprint tool, which is online, it's ebridgeconnections.com/blueprint, I believe. You'll see it right on our homepage. That allows the client or the partner to drill down into the exact touch points or workflows that are required. You can pick your version on the accounting package side, and then you can pick your e-commerce package, say for example, on the right-hand side, and it'll drill down to the field level detail for each package. So that kind of puts a box around A, what we currently support, and B, it forces the client to think exactly through what information goes where. So having that as a third step, a deep knowledge of what's actually being integrated, really helps eliminate the gray area that could show up if you don't do that. Number 4, so a call. I had a call that involves the partner or all parties that are involved in this integration. So you may have a VAR who's taking care of the ERP side or the accounting package side. You may have an agency like yourself that's handling the e-commerce website that's being stood up, and then you've got the integrator, which is eBridge in this case. If we all get on a call with the client, there's a good chance that within 30 to 45 minutes, we can all be on the same page and the expectations are set properly prior to a contract being signed. That's a pretty key piece. I've had situations where we've had that call, and it was amazing to see how many people are actually not running parallel on this project. So it was a great way to reset the project, to reset expectations with the client. I think the client went away from the call feeling like they felt confident each partner knew exactly what their responsibility was, and there was a clear line for where responsibility was laying. So I had that as a 4th point, and I think it's a pretty key one. And then the last one is over communication. So we all know that in these projects there are things that are going to come up. There's going to be an add-on that maybe wasn't accounted for. There's going to be a plug-in or something that's part of the process that was maybe not shared, or we didn't know about, or maybe was just not thought about, right? And we need to manage that. Maybe it's a showstopper for the project. So I've found that over communication will really eliminate a lot of the things that can happen while you're going through a project. So eBridge over communicate. We have I think several staff members here that work on the sort of business analyst side of things, and they will help kind of, if something's uncovered, we're able to over communicate and move past something that might be a showstopper or that needs to be part of the integration. So those are my top 5 tips for getting a project properly onboarded in a timely fashion and having a successful and happy outcome.
Thanks, Dave. And thank you all for joining us. This was our 3rd and final piece to this video series. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's shed a little light on any questions you may have had about eBridge and the different products we work with. We love working with all of our different partners in the industry, and we're very excited for all the current projects we're working on with you, as well as everything down the line in the future that we'll be working on together as well. So thanks again for joining us, and I hope you have a great day.